friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Amy. Today we have a fun package from Finalizing. They are a notebook brand, so thank you to Finalizing for sending me these items. And we're going to take a look at them, and then I'm going to create something using what's inside. All right, so this is the brand. They are a notebook brand and have notebooks with 160 GSM paper, which is what I'm always looking for. So if you're looking for a new notebook to try or some other options, take a look at their site. But we have so many notebooks in here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So they have a bunch of different sizes and a bunch of different notebooks available. So we're just going to open them all up and take a look. Let's see. So it's a B5 notebook, 160 GSM. This one's like pocket sized, I think. Similar to that, it feels like my reading journal. Yeah, basically the same size, exactly the same size. So pocket sized. Then an 8x8, my favorite, and then an A5. So let's just go ahead and open these up and take a look. And then we're gonna do something with one of these. Okay. Need a little bit of scissors to just get the edge of this started. All right, so the other ones are in boxes with a shrink wrap plastic around it. This one does not have a box. Oh my gosh, look at that gold foil on the edges. It is so shiny. Okay, so I will link down below exactly what the items are, but this has gold foil, a little flower here, and a little leaf back here. That is so cute. Okay, nothing on this front page. And then just straight into the dot grid. It does have 2 bookmarks and a pocket in the back. Has the pen loop and the closure. Super cute. Okay. Next up, we have this one, which is the B5. By the way, I do have a Finalizing notebook that I started last year. So I will show you guys that in a minute. It was using all my advent calendar items from my own shop, and I was decorating every day in December to show you guys what I was using or how I was using the items from the advent calendar. I am ripping this box as I open it. Oh well. All right, this is so pretty. Look at that. These little birds and trees, like kind of stamped into it. It's the same color as this, but embossed or whatever. And then the gold foil embossing on it as well. We've got the spine and the back. All right, here's a little thank you card. And these have that on it. This one did not have any of that on it. Okay. This book belongs to a blank page and then into our dot grid. All right, this also has 2 bookmarks. These ones, the pages are numbered all the way to page 150. Then it has the pocket as well. All right. This one, packaging was a little dented there, but that's what it's there for, to protect the notebook. All right. We'll just open it there. Oh, this one I'm so excited for, this design. Okay. Come on, come out of the notebook. Cover sleeve thing. We're just gonna rip it here. I absolutely love this cover. Look at that. She is gorgeous. Oh my god. Okay, this one's really smooth. And it has this little design here and a tiny little thing on the back. We do have the gold foil on all 3 of these so far on the edge. And then It's the same with the little numbers, 2 bookmarks, all these pages, sometimes with gold foil, because the gold foil goes on at the end. As you go through it, you will have to separate the pages. That can be common with anything that is a sprayed edge. You may have noticed it if you have a sprayed edge book or things like that, but it comes apart really easily. Okay, such a cute notebook. I think this one's my favorite so far. If you notice, I kind of have a color scheme going on. This one's a little more purpley, but still in that blue. This one's a little more green, teal, but still in this vibe. So I definitely have a color preference, you guys. But they have so many different notebooks there. There's something for everyone. And these were the main sizes that I saw on their site. So if you like any of these sizes, go check them out. They might have a couple other things, I'm not sure. But these are definitely super cute and definitely my vibe. Okay, we got another gold foil. Okay, now getting into this one without messing up the gold foil. This one is super cute too. I love it. Okay, so out of these, this one is really smooth, like a faux leather kind of thing. So is this one. This one has some like speckling on it, some texture on it. And then this one isn't fuzzy, but has more of that feel than these. These are smooth like a leather. This is almost like a suede, but not as fuzzy. Okay, let's look at this one. That cat, so cute. Oh my God, I love that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I do like that they have this extra white page here because I always skip doing a Dutch door on the first page because of the weird binding right here, because most notebooks start with dot grid here, but they skip a page, so that's cool. All right, what I did just notice is that this notebook has a little plus and some dashes right here to show you exactly where the middle of the page is. That's kind of cool. That's very detailed. Do the others have it? This one does not have it. Maybe it's for their A5 notebooks. Yeah, it's just this one that has the little guide right there. That's pretty cool though. All right, we've got some ribbons, of course, the pocket, and all the closures. Before we start using one of these in some creative way, I want to show you the T-Fossy notebook that I already have, which is this one. I love it. It's purple and has these little clouds and it's so magical. And I thought this one was perfect to go with my very whimsical advent calendar that I came out with last year. And I have on YouTube an advent playlist, and I created pages in here with everything that came out in my advent calendar. And so let me just show you what I've done with it. Everything's on the channel if you didn't see any of that, but this is what I've done with this notebook so far. And every year, if I come out with an advent calendar that year, I want to decorate in here to showcase how to use those supplies. All right. So I had a lot of fun using this T-Fossy notebook to create all these things using my own hand-drawn art. I try to do different styles of Dutch doors and play around in a lot of different ways in this notebook. This one might be one of my favorites. All right. Also this one. I just loved the like secret garden vibes. Most of these things, if you're looking for them in my shop, many of these things are sold out, but all the digital copies, if you like to print and cut at home, are available over on my Etsy still. All right, and that was as far as we got. 61 of 192 pages. So we'll probably get 2 more years of advent calendars in this if I do 2 more advent calendars. Verdict's out. But this is so cool. I loved that one. Okay, anyways, back to the 4 notebooks that we have here. I have to decide which one I want to use. And okay, so this is something I saw on Instagram from the Journal Corner. A follower sent me a message talking about it and sent me the link, and I checked it out. And it is something she created called the Anti-Scroll Journal. And I thought that was a really interesting idea. So it is sort of like a diary where you are writing about your day, but instead of writing in it at one point throughout the day, you have it out and jot down little notes or ideas that come to you throughout the day. It could be something you need to do. It could be something you want to remember. It could be a feeling you're feeling or something that happened in the news. But it's called the Anti-Scroll Journal. And the idea is to get your thoughts onto the journal and have some place to turn rather than just continuing to scroll, and you just jot things down throughout the day. And I thought that was a kind of fun idea. So let's create one of those. I don't know if I'll use it every day or even use a whole page a day, just write down stuff as it goes. But I would like to have a few things decorated before I start using it. I don't know that we'll make Dutch doors. We'll just decorate some pages and then allow me to start writing in it as I can. So I think A5 is a good size for that. This might be a little too small because I will do some lettering and sketching and other things in there when I have ideas that come to mind. These might be a little too big for it because I don't know how much I'm going to use it. So I will save these 3 for future uses. And we will use this for my anti-scroll journal. I'll look back at the Journal Corner to see her stuff. I'll link her post down below as well if you want to take a look at her explanation. And then I'll write a little summary about exactly what this is. But we're just going to decorate a couple of pages. Let's decorate this saying Anti-Scroll Journal first of all. Okay, but we are going to use my newest tapes. These are my newest tapes for my shop. It's the Rainbow Reverie collection. There's also a sticker book. These 2 are going to be sold out by the time this video goes up. So sorry, I am going to be restocking. But these are still available as of now. Okay. So I kind of want to do something interesting here. And make, okay. Go all the way across the page on both the top and the bottom. And I will, in future videos, show you how this is working. And I will show you updates. This is not something that I think I will be filming content for, because it's something that, you know, you're trying to get away from your phone with and you're trying to write down things throughout the day as they happen. That would be very hard to like showcase, you know, in a video. But I will certainly show you guys updates through videos and posts and all that kind of stuff. Okay, these I'm just pushing in. Just gonna give a little gap right there, but that's okay. I don't want them to peel up though. Oh my gosh. Okay, so The color scheme in the Rainbow Reverie collection is very pastel. It's not your rainbow bright things that you expect to see when you think of rainbows and unicorns. And I did that on purpose. And it has very cool undertones in the pastel. That's why you see this is not your traditional rainbow. We've got like a pink red. We've got an orange yellow. We've got more of a lime sage green feel. Then we've got our teal green, then our very light blue, and then our purple. Oops, we're done with that one. So that is entirely on purpose. It is, I wanted to steer clear of rainbows and unicorns the way that it has always been done, and wanted to do something a little more grown up, I guess you could say, and a little something I would want to see in my planner even if I was out and about. So that is what I did here. Okay, so we are just making a nice rainbow, kind of rainbow right now. And we will be covering some of it up with other stickers and things. We do also need to do a little bit of layering as we do this. Lettering as we do this, because we're going to write out anti-scroll journal. All right, so I just paused to just look up the journal corner again and read her little post about it. And so the anti-scroll journal is intended to be a thing that you use and write down little pockets of things throughout the day so you can remember them better. But the hope is that instead of reaching for your phone to mindlessly scroll, you start reaching for your journal to jot down like a quick note about your day. And so it becomes something that you reach for instead of reaching for your phone. Does that make sense? That's why it's an anti-scroll journal. So we'll see how it works out for me. I definitely want to try it out. You guys know I have way too many journals, but it seems like a fun concept and a cool thing to get started on. And I love that there's this whole blank page so I can just make a big title across the entire page. That is pretty cool. Okay, so we are just trimming this all. I have scraps everywhere. Okay, I'm going to tighten my scissors a little. They got loose. I think they'll work better if they're tight. Okay, trimming off all the edges. Then we're going to letter anti-scroll, and then we will go ahead and decorate around it. I will use this journal today and then show you what I did on the first page or two at the end of this video so you can see kind of how I used it. And then make sure to go check out the Journal Corner on Instagram because she has that post that tells you more about it. Okay, I'm gonna grab some pens so we can do some lettering. All right, I got black and pink from Tombow as well as Grabby's gold acrylic marker to add some like pops of color. So we're gonna start with this one, and I am just gonna freehand this. We're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna do anti-scroll and then journal across the page, okay? I hope this works out. And we'll put a dash here. I'll make it a little bit bigger. It's really hard to talk while lettering, so I'm not really going to do that, or else I might misspell something. Okay, now journal Journal. We're gonna try to get 3 or 4 letters on each side. That worked pretty well. Clean that up a little. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. Next up, I'm gonna do a light line with this small pen just on the right hand side as like a little faux shadow thing. It doesn't have to be really neat or even. It's just adding a little character to it. As always, you guys know all my hand done stuff. I don't want to look like crazy perfect because then it feels less hand done. And yeah, I could work on my lettering a little more. There's a few little things like this brush is getting older, so a newer brush wouldn't have left a few little streaks here and there. And those are all things to consider. But I'm happy with how it's turning out because for me, the creation is part of the artistic journey and that creative self-care. And that's the point of it for me, not to create something just absolutely perfect. Okay, so we've got our little shadow. And now I'm just gonna I need to get a little bit more ink out of this. Have this, don't wanna get a big splotch on the page. Okay. Just putting a few little like gold things around, and again doing this randomly, not really thinking about it or making it even because it looks better if it's uneven. All right, so we're going with that anti-scroll journal. Let's go ahead and get a few unicorns down. These ones or sticker book ones? Let's take a look at some of the sticker book ones because they are a little bit larger. Like we've got these, but these won't go over the tape as much because it doesn't have the white ink base. So the PET tape, which is going to be sold out by the time this video goes, will be the one to use there. Okay. Okay, what if we put columns in like right on both sides? That's kind of cool. Okay, a little bit over the edge. We can get some clouds in too. And this one I don't want to make completely even. I'm going to put this other one up here so that there is some like difference there. And then I'm also going to get one right there. Okay. Then that would be a good spot for a unicorn if I have any left that are just on their own. I definitely have some in there. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we're gonna layer a few things on all of this. First, I wonder how would it look to have a plant hanging from the letters. That's kind of fun. Okay, so we did that one. Since we have gold on the lettering, what if we have the gold plant as well? Okay. Let's put this one here kind of just below this other unicorn. I feel like it'll kind of start making a scene and be kind of fun. And then we can have a unicorn sitting up on the rainbow up here. Okay, I do want a little bit like in those places, so let's figure that out. Actually, do I want these columns here instead? Yeah, they're bigger and go the whole length of it almost. Okay, so we're gonna pick these up and put them aside. Okay, and I'm okay just covering over part of that cloud with the column. And let's, because it's longer than it, I'm gonna have it be like holding up this rainbow. I think that'll look pretty cool. Same thing here. There we go. That's pretty fun. Okay, because we have hanging plants, do we want to put a few up here as well just to pull it all together, or at least one? Hanging from the top line there. Cool. This is so fun. Okay. Then we just need to put a few flowers in to like have them be floating around the scene. And a few sparkles. I have like some little starburst things on this as well. Okay, we gotta put this in here. Maybe going into the I? No, or the J. No, I don't like the look of that. We're gonna put it above the unicorn here because it follows the shape of the unicorn. Okay, these. And I think that looks pretty good. Okay, guys, so we are gonna come back to this when I am done filling out the first day of this journal. And it's not gonna be something that I'm necessarily going to try to fill out a page a day or whatever. I'm just gonna fill it up as I use it and have it out. This is gonna be a fun experiment. All right, wanna see how it's looking? I am habitually bad at decorating the name page in my journal until after I finish the entire journal. So I knew I wanted to decorate this right away. So I put my name and then used Live Love Posh's Blooming Faith sticker book to just put some flowers on this page. I wanted it bright and colorful. All right, so here's what we created together today, just the title of this journal. There's one little piece of washi sticking out still. All right. And then this is my little like cover page to explain the journal. And I put inspired by the journal corner down there. And then I wrote reduce the scroll, remember little moments, and play with creativity and color. So this is like a purple page. And I used stickers from my Rainbow Reverie sticker book. And then the purple tape from my little set here. It's called Gossamer Glow, and they're 6mm tapes. And then this is how much I filled out for today. I figured I'd try to fill out a page, so I boxed it in, but I used more of the 6mm tape. I used 2 stickers from Live Love Posh's Botanist Babe sticker book, and then wrote down the date, gratitude. I'm going to keep a little list here as I feel grateful for things throughout the day. It's so rainy today, so I marked that, and then I kind of marked what happened this morning and my hopes for the day. If anything funny happens with my kids, if a big current event happens, if I'm feeling stressed or excited or something in a particular moment, I'll try to write it down using the same green pen. I kind of like the idea of like color blocking by day. That seems kind of fun right now. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with it. We'll see when I do my like monthly flip throughs of all the After the Pens. I'll be sure to share this one as well. All right, so again, thank you to T. Fossey for collaborating with me on this and sending me these journals. By the way, I don't think I mentioned, but if you want to shop at T. Fossey, I do have a discount code. It's Amy Plans Things, and it'll save you 10% on your order. And that does help me out a little bit as well. It is an affiliate code, so it helps me out, no extra cost to you. All right. Anyways, these are the lovely notebooks that we got, and I can't wait to jump in and keep using this anti-scroll journal. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.